But to me, what I saw was heaven. So I did actually get to experience the that side of life and death. And even if it wasn't that I died, I had a new sense of like profound gratitude for life. And I haven't even watched It's a Wonderful Life yet, but I know I'm gonna cry because I love that movie so much. And I feel like every day I watch it, it just really reminds you when you see what he goes through, when you see the things that were taken away from him, that he realized that, oh my gosh, like I had a wife, I had kids, I had this, like it was a wonderful life. Hey everyone. So I wanted to make this video about why I just feel like this Christmas is different. It's definitely different for me. I don't know if you feel the same way, but after my near-death experience, I feel like everything has changed, and I wanted to talk about it today, so let's get into it. So I've really been reflecting on what Christmas means to me and what the holidays mean, and looking back at memories from childhood of feeling this magic during Christmas, this sense of awe and wonder. And I feel like as an adult, I had kind of lost that. I feel like a lot of adults feel that way, that the holidays become too stressful. They become about getting gifts for everyone else and um, focused on making things and doing things and getting ready and preparing for the day of Christmas. And I just feel like I'm getting that sense of awe and wonder back into my life after this experience. And I feel like I want to talk about this, but I'm having trouble kind of knowing how people are going to react to this. And I've heard a lot of other people that are maybe kind of in more of the New Age community feeling this way about talking about Jesus. And I feel like after my experience of seeing him in heaven, I feel like I've kind of shifted my perspective a little bit. And not in a way that I'm, converting to Christianity or anything like that, but I really feel, especially this time of year, this sense of really awe about the birth and the life of Jesus. And I've been really delving into it. I've been starting to watch this series on Prime called The Chosen, and it really showcases, it's actually more about the disciples, but it really shows the backstories. And of course, it's, not completely accurate to the Bible. So there's stories that they're telling that are not necessarily in the Bible. But I really love hearing about just all of their backgrounds and about Mary's talking about how she felt having giving birth to him, and it just there's so many different layers of it, and it's just really interesting to me. And um I think he was he I don't think he wanted to be worshipped. I mean he clearly stated that. And I think people turned him into an idol that he was not supposed to be. But I really do think that he really was this prophet that came down to tell everyone that they had the capacity to walk on water as well, and that not just it wasn't just him that could create these miracles and heal people, that we all have the ability to be able to do this. And that's what I've always kind of believed about him, but I just feel like I'm kind of furthering my feeling about this. And I feel like since the near-death experience, like I kind of feel like I've been like working more with Jesus, like to kind of help me with these things. And I've just been thinking about what Christmas has kind of turned into. It's really turned into this commercial thing. Um and yes, I believe that, Santa Claus, I think, was really cool for me as a kid. And just the whole idea of the magic that you feel around this Christmas time, I think that is also has its own special place as well. Um, but I also think that it's turned into more of a commercialized holiday where we focused on buying things and getting more things. And when can I get this new thing? And I can't wait till Christmas till I get the new thing. And I realized as I was shopping today how draining it was and how drained I felt and how I just I like giving to others and I like purchasing things for others. But this sense of like you must do this or you don't love the person, or there's this like kind of guilt wrapped around the holiday where, well, if you get a present for this person, of course you have to get a present for this person because even if they haven't suggested anything, you haven't thought of anything, and it just there's kind of this feeling of a little bit of guilt of just obligation and needing to do the right thing. And I remember as a kid, like I wouldn't I wouldn't I didn't have the money. I didn't buy presents for everyone. And so I would just make them something special every year. And I would draw pictures for everyone. So it was very specific to the person that I would draw for. So my dad, I drew a train the one year, and then I forget. I drew some. I know I've drawn some things for my mom. I know I drew a picture of my rabbit the one year, and I think I gave that to my mom. And I think, those kind of things like I feel like are really special because you really put a lot of effort and thought into something that you create. And I think the value, like people don't value that quite as much anymore. I mean, maybe some people do, but I feel like it even takes more effort and an idea to do something like that than it does to just purchase something that they said that they wanted. So it's just some things to think about, and I've been reflecting on some of my favorite Christmas movies as well. So one of my favorite we watched the other night, it's called One Magic Christmas, but we dub it as the Gideon movie. And the the story premise is it's set in the 80s, and it's this guardian angel, that's a Christmas angel that comes down, and his name is Gideon. And he helps this family, this mother that does not believe in Christmas anymore. And she has become really bitter and they don't have a lot of money. And she's just really sad and she's always working and she's just overworked and feels really upset. And I won't give away the movie if you've seen it, but it's essentially like It's a Wonderful Life, which is another movie that I love as well. But these things are really making me tear up because when I watch them, it really hits home a lot. And I don't want to be like dramatic about my experience and say I've been calling it a near-death experience, but I do realize that I didn't actually die. Like it wasn't as um dramatic as I feel like I'm making it maybe. But to me, what I saw was heaven. So I did actually get to experience the that side of life and death. And even if it wasn't that I died, I had a new sense of like profound gratitude for life. And I haven't even watched It's a Wonderful Life yet, but I know I'm gonna cry because I love that movie so much. And I feel like every day I watch it, it just really reminds you when you see what he goes through, when you see the things that were taken away from him, that he realized that, oh my gosh, like I had a wife, I had kids, I had this, like it was a wonderful life. I had so much to be grateful for and to live for. And once it's taken away from him and he realizes that this could all go away in a moment. He has so much more gratitude for the things that he does have. And I feel like that's where I'm at right now. It's just whether it was an emergency, it was a near-death experience, or it was just an operation and I was going to be okay either way. I got to experience that effect of feeling like my whole life could be over or that things could be taken away from me. And I I feel like I have so much more gratitude now for my life and just for everything and for the people in it, for my friends. I'm feeling so much gratitude for all the people who have reached out. I've had kids in my neighborhood that love me, that wrote me a card and just all this outpour of love and support. And my cousin sent me a get well soon box, and I've gotten cards in the mail and phone calls and people that I hadn't heard from in years. And oh my gosh, it's just I really knew like I knew I was loved, but until you experience something like this where it could be taken away from you, then you really don't realize what you have. And it really is a wonderful life. It really, to be cliche, it's a wonderful life. And I feel like I'm ready to start living it more fully. And I really feel like this new year, everyone says like we're not supposed to say it anymore apparently, but everyone says new year, new me, but it started already. Like I don't have to wait to the new year. I'm already started to just see my life in a different lens and be so much more grateful for everything. And yeah, I feel like this Christmas just hits home for me and it's really about family. And it's a difficult Christmas for me because it's the first Christmas that my uncle is not here. And my aunt and uncle growing up were some of the biggest like fans of Christmas. And most of my memories of childhood were of Christmas mornings and getting to see my family and then see them and bring presents um and it wasn't necessarily just about the presents, it was more about being present. But for it to be the first year without my uncle as well, it's plus this big adjustment with having my gallbladder removed and having adjustments with food and it's not all easy. It's been challenging and plus like, financially not knowing how much I'm going to be paying for all of this, plus like trying to buy Christmas presents for everyone. It's just it's a bit overwhelming for me, but I know that it'll all somehow work out. And I am really lucky that I have a family that is really supportive, and I have a family that can help me out if I need to. And not everyone has that. And I realize that. And that's why like I want to use this to be able to help other people. And I had already been thinking about, doing some charity or something towards people that are struggling during the holidays. And I've been getting some ideas, and I think what I want to do is give something to the hospital. I'm already planning on going back to the hospital. I actually got gift baskets for the three nurses that were like the main ones that really helped me like through everything. And so I'm planning on going back to the hospital to give them their gift baskets for Christmas. And maybe when I go, I'm trying to think of something that like small that I could give, and maybe like probably not food wise because they're not allowed to do that, but maybe like just like a little stuffed animal, something like that that I could give to the guests that are staying at the hospital over Christmas. Because I actually remember as a kid, my mom and I had a million Beanie Babies. So anyone who knows like the 90s, like they were very popular in the 90s. And my aunt actually got most of them for me, but I had so many of them that it was too many for me to like play with them all. So every year my mom and I would go through, and the ones that I didn't want, the ones that I didn't play with as much, we would take them, and we went to the hospital and would give them out to children that were staying at the hospital during that time. So I've always had that spirit of like giving. But I feel like in the past couple of years, like I've kind of lost that a little bit. But I really want to do that. I think this year, and especially when I go to give the gift baskets for the nurses, I would love to like get a little something maybe for the guests that are staying there as well. So I just really, I really hope that, you know, this maybe inspired you. I know probably a lot of you love the movie It's a Wonderful Life, but until you really go through an experience that I did, maybe you don't fully get that message. And I have to say, it's just, um, it's amazing. It's amazing how sometimes, unfortunately, you have to have the rug pulled out from under you in order to really appreciate what you do have and the life that you have, and realize that it could have all been taken away. And I'm so grateful that I'm okay. I'm so grateful that to my nurses and doctors that really helped pull me through. Um, they were incredible. And I really am grateful for being alive. It really is a wonderful life. And so I want you guys to stay tuned. So if you really like this content, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting more videos in the new year, and I'm hoping to actually start doing more of my coaching and getting all of that stuff up and working. So please stay tuned for all of that. I'm planning on filing for my LLC, all that kind of stuff, but that's going to be a New Year thing. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys are really having a good day. And just remember that it really is a wonderful life.